Hello and welcome to all your Capricorns. This is your monthly horoscope for March of 2020. Finally, for a certain period of months, a couple of months between 23rd of March and the 3rd of July, you're not going to have Saturn in your sign anymore. That is good news. But it comes back. It comes back after that and finishing up some loose ends, so to speak. But you're gonna feel this, or you should feel this tremendously when it comes to the stress, the anxieties, the energy that testing times were there for you. That it becomes less and less and less, and that is good news because of Saturn, your ruler, shifts now from your own sign towards the second house of Aquarius. On the 23rd of March, so throughout the end of the month and up until the beginning of July. So what does it mean? It means that this energy, you are in the second house. So this means that a lot of Capricorns, especially those with a Capricorn rising, will feel that the emphasis is now maybe on a financial level for some of you, but also on a bit of a deeper level on your self-worth and your talents, and also the food that you take in is also the second house, your resources, and so you will be more interested in that during these couple of months. And Saturn is, yes, testing energy at times, but in Aquarius it has to do with innovation. So trying to take good steps, not shortcuts, but good discipline actions towards new stuff, which is Aquarius, towards innovative stuff, towards what is not mainstream. And if you plot that into the Capricorn, it is in your second house of self-worth and of finances. So there is an opportunity for you to restructure your finances for sure. If you had so for some of you, it can mean that you will have to be very economical, depending on the whole chart, of course, that you will have to be a bit more aware and a bit more careful when it comes to your finances. But I think in general, Capricorns, they are quite okay with that. But it definitely means making sure that on an economical level, that nothing more goes, that not more is going out than there is coming in. It sounds very easy, but it's not. For a lot of people, this can be an issue. So yes, when it comes to your self-worth, there's some hard work to do there with Saturn in your second house. But ultimately, the end result is about the self-worth, to see that in a new way, to see that in a fresh way, and that your finances after this transit is over are more mature and more stable. That's basically what Saturn wants. Saturn doesn't want to annoy you, but you know, the path towards that can be not always the easiest one. But I will be talking about that a lot in the upcoming months of Saturn in the second house. So when you work hard, also it's a very good time to declutter, especially with Saturn in your second house. What is worthy and what not, you know? And like for instance with clothes or with books, you can say, have I read this book for the last couple of years or not? And the same with clothing. And if it's not suiting you, if it's not making you feel good, you sell it or you give it away or whatever. And that makes space for the stuff and the materials that are really, really important for you. And that's the atmosphere of a Saturn in your second house. So you did the restructuring of the relationships, you did the thinking about how you can profile yourself in a different way, and now it's more about your assets, about your resources, and about how you feel about yourself. But it's not all that serious, because during this month in particular, there is a very gentle energy going on, and for you it's fantastic because it's in fellow earth signs, and it's Venus. Venus is in Taurus for most of the month as from the 6th of March, and it's going to be in a very fun house. And it's not only that is positive, it's also that towards the end of the month, this Venus is gonna connect with Jupiter and Pluto in your sign. And also Mars will be in your sign. The other love planets, so to speak. So the love planets will be in earth signs, and you together with Taurians and with Virgos will feel this the most in a very positive way. You will feel, when it comes to relationships, more in your element, more enjoying connections with other people for sure. And who knows, when you are single, for instance, with Venus in the 5th house, connecting to Jupiter, Pluto in your 1st house of Capricorn, that you could meet someone new that really transforms you. And because you are already transformed for a big deal, the chances are high that you're going to meet new people. The 5th house is your love house. It's the heart chakra. When Venus is there in Taurus, is very harmonious energy. Very beautiful people that you can attract, but also very charming, very nice people. So there is an emphasis on enjoyability and enjoying yourself, enjoying good foods, and enjoying sex, enjoying all the good stuff of the 5th house, which is a very self-expression house. Also, when it comes to connection with your children, the 5th house is also your creative endeavors, but also your children. There could be something happening with your child that has a Venusian touch there. That they're getting along well, or they're doing well, or they have something very good happening in their life, and that has an effect on you as well, of course, as a parent. So when it comes to love, if you have an existing relationship with the Venus in the 5th, do some stuff together that you love to do. Taurus kind of stuff, going to a good restaurant, going to the cinema, whatever it is that you find enjoyable. There's definitely the energy here, and it could be a gift that you're receiving as well that really opens up your heart. But again, new relationships as well. And so this is all pretty good energy through. Of course, these are general horoscopes, but throughout the month, this is really, really, really good energy for you. And there's also Mercury going direct, of course, on the 11th of March. So when it comes to contracts and so forth, it's better to do that after the 11th. And so for you, that is indeed in the house of your self-worth, but also in the house of communications, that when things were a bit tough in February, things go a bit smoothlier during the month, especially around the midst of the month and onwards, when it comes to your communication, when it comes to clarity, when it comes to gentle communication as well, as it is as from the 17th, you're going to have Mercury in Pisces. And that is really gentle, compassionate understanding towards other people. So all in all, a bit of a lighter month for you for sure, with not that Saturn in your sign, and most of you will feel that. And that is something to look forward to. Having said that, thank you so much for listening and for your time. And if you want a reading, just get in touch. See the link below. Bye-bye.